What do you get when you cross a Naga Viper with a red Trinidad 7-pot? Well, that love child becomes the 7-pot Katie. Now this little pepper is a wonderful little pepper, and to be honest with you, last year was the first year that I grew this variety, and it being part of the 7-pots, I expected it to be similar to the 7-pot Trinidads, the regular 7-pot yellows, reds, and everything else. But as soon as I actually tasted this for the first time, it actually whooped my butt. I mean, it packed a punch that I was not expecting. The Scoville units on the actual pepper top out right around 1.5 million, but on average you can see the peppers going anywhere from 1.2 million all the way up to the 1.5. So now this pepper was actually crossed by a gentleman named Nick Duran, and he actually goes by another name which I've read in a couple different articles over the years by the name of Naga Nick. So very, very cool to get a nice name like that. But this was actually made by crossing a red Trinidad 7-pot with a Naga Viper pepper. So the plants on this thing is very, very prolific. Now the plant that I actually grew this year got up to about 3.5 feet. The thing was a couple foot wide on there too, and I think just on the one plant, and I grew 4 of them this year, just on the one plant that I picked, there was at least 70 pods. So very, very prolific on the production of this actual pepper. Now, even though this pepper has a good kick and spice to it, I think it pairs really well with something super, super sweet. So you got the real sweet and then the real hot heat value on that too. And just to let you know, I did create a video with a whiskey cherry dipping sauce that uses this pepper, which I'll link right here, and I'll also put a link at the end of the video. But until then, let's go ahead, open this up, take a look inside of it, then we'll go ahead and give it a taste. Let's open this up. Now, unfortunately, I'm not too smart today and I'm not wearing gloves, but I gotta actually be careful. So, but let's open this up. And beautiful, beautiful pepper inside. You can take a look, the placenta is actually going down through here, lots of seeds and everything on that. The walls on this pepper are rather thin. So, but I don't know if you can actually see in the video too much. There is a lot of chili oil, juice, and everything that's inside here. So this is actually maintaining a lot of liquid inside. But the pepper itself looks pretty much like a standard 7-pot pepper. Not really much difference on the inside. The seed total count will probably be about, I want to say 50 or 60. But yeah, I can also already get the fruity scent and the smell of the capsaicin as I have opened this up. But yeah, that's what it looked like inside, and let's give this a taste. I got the other half of the pepper here, and it has a fruity, like a light fruity and a little bit of an earthy scent to it. So it basically, I mean, this is what a super hot actually tastes like. So yeah, this is gonna be something. I've had these in sauces that I've made, dips that I've made, but I've actually never eaten a raw half of the 7-pot Katie. So let's go ahead and let's do it. Oh shit. Wow. All right. I have fixed these in sauces where they're being cooked, which kind of gets rid of like the earthy type flavor in it. You have a sweetness and everything on that too, but you do have it in a hint of the earthiness. Ugh, I'm having a little trouble talk here. I don't really care so much for the earthiness as some of the peppers that are out there. I mean, once you cook them and it gets that out of there, that's not a problem, but just as a raw, it's not my preference. Heat, as soon as I actually bit into it, it just hits right of a sudden. And this is a all mouth heat. I have my lips, my tongue, roof of my mouth, back of my mouth, burning, throat. On the initial hit, it is pow, it's strong, it's right there. Now, this is a lot hotter than the regular 7-pot Katie's. The Naga Viper, yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be closer to what that is here. It's not gonna be hot as a Reaper. No, it's gonna be a little bit underneath that. I'm gonna say, wow. It's not so much as intense as a one-place intensity as some of my other peppers, but this is a whole mouth. And when you have all parts of your mouth burning, it is a completely different feeling than just one part. Eating hot peppers does make my nose run. I've seen people where it makes them sweat and everything. I'm glad it actually doesn't do that to me, but yeah. My sinuses weren't clear before, they are clear now, and it just makes my nose run. The funny part of this pepper, and I never really had this, or I've not paid attention to other peppers, but as my mouth is hot, it's creating a lot of saliva. So when I close my mouth and I put it together to swallow, that actually makes it feel super hot going down my back of my throat. Like I said, I have not really noticed that on any other pepper, but that's an interesting feeling. I like to say that it's actually going down in temperature, but I'm not noticing any difference as of yet. The only thing is different is the intensity on my lips have actually gotten a little bit worse. Probably because I'm licking the saliva and licking my lips, but yeah, it's still going. Okay, yeah, it's wall there. Now I can actually say that the saliva and everything I'm swallowing does not seem as intense. I still got the top of my tongue, the roof of my mouth, the back of my throat is lightening up just a little bit, but it's made up for it by my lips intensifying. So hopefully it goes down here in just a little bit. Now, one of my other videos, I actually mentioned about making a stupid sauce, just something hot for hot's sake. This is another pepper that you can actually do that with. Get this down, cook it down, really concentrate the heat in there. Yeah, you can really crank it up. The funny thing I do want to talk about, especially doing these videos and some of my friends actually watching this, because before they knew I really liked hot peppers and stuff like that, and you probably have friends like this too that actually tell you, oh, I love hot sauce, I can take hot sauce, it's not a problem. But when come to face with real hot peppers and real hot sauce, not necessarily the case. So it takes a special love of the pepper, or a mental condition, I'm not quite sure, to like this stuff, but yeah. Peppers like this, I really like, especially when they say, oh, I can eat a pepper, I can eat a pepper. You hand them a pepper, you warn them before you hand them the pepper, they don't believe you, then they eat the pepper, and then they're cussing you 5 minutes later. yeah, works out great. Oh, hell. All right, I will say the intensity is actually calming down just a bit because it's kind of going down on my lips. So I'm hoping another minute or so and it'll be good. I would roughly say it's probably 70%, 70-75% of what it was when I first started. So making some headway of calming down just a little bit. All right, just as a side note, I've mentioned a couple times now before and in this video that about a stupid sauce, hot for just hot's sake. And there's actually a recipe that I am working on because, yeah, I want hot for hot's sake, but I don't know. I want to make it actually special. And been working on a couple recipes, and that should be out here probably in a little bit. Not quite sure when, because depends on when it's complete and then what my schedule is. But yeah, that would be something interesting to look forward to. Okay, I think now that I'm actually below 50% the heat and everything like that, so yeah, that has quite a burn on that. And I think just like other videos, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add a timer on that. So, because I don't have a timer or anything I go with when I'm making the video, I kind of just add that later on. And it gives me an idea at that point how long I lasted, or at least till it got down to a tolerable level. So, but yeah, it's about 50%, maybe just a little bit less than 50% overall. The burning on the overall has gone down. I still got a little bit on the top of the tongue. The back of the throat, I don't feel hardly any burning now, so it's either that or numb. No, I think it's just actually gone down. When I swallow now, I don't feel the burn like I did before with the saliva. I do still feel it on my lips. I try to avoid, when I'm eating peppers, putting them on my lips, because that's, to me, is the most sensitive part in my mouth. But just the saliva, licking my lips and everything, I got it on there. But that's actually dropped down intensity-wise too. So yeah, other than that, that is going to be good. So I think we're going to call it there. I want to say thank you very much for watching the video. If you like what you've seen here and enjoy me actually torturing myself, please hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. And the YouTube algorithms actually loves that. So that'll work. You can also follow me on a bunch of different social medias, or you can actually head to my website, which is 13peppersbyralph.com. There I post all the videos and other things that I'm actually doing and other stuff on a small store that I have there also too. So, but with that, once again, I want to say thank you very much, and you all have a very, very wonderful day. I've been growing those for multiple years, but this one actually had a, about dropped the pepper.